we're gonna do a jumping lat to fly, okay? We're just learning to coordinate pushing down on the bar with our kick. So as far as the setup goes, you're gonna start with your toes slightly in front of the bar. So I'm here. I'm gonna put my hands on top of the bar, and then when I come through, I'm gonna come through, and then I'm gonna come back and jump, and jump, and jump, okay? Big thing here. I want your hands way up on top of the bar, and you'll notice that my bar hopped a little bit. So I do want that box to be a little bit in front, so we're not kicking it over, okay? We don't want to kick it over, that'd be no good. Before you guys get into this, big thing we're looking for is as you go up, I want you to keep pushing down on the bar with those lockdowns. So watch for one more. My feet are in front, my hands are on top of the bar. I took, and I'm just getting used to getting behind the bar instead of thinking about pulling myself up and over. Cool? For this little warm-up, you're gonna do 3 sets of 6 to 10 of these. But the next step is I want to keep those engaged for my hips to now meet the bar. So I pop up, I'm going to jump into the bar. What we just did, hips to bar, hips to bar, okay? That's going to be the next step. From there, if you want to go into a jumping bar muscle up with the box, awesome. Or if we want to go into a bar muscle up, we can work on that. But if we're going on the bar muscle up for the jumping, I want to make sure that I'm coming out and around my box. So I want to be way back here and pop my hips up instead of sneaking up. It's going to look like this. So I'm going to come up and under. And I come around my box, or around my bar, versus trying to come up and through and diving out that way. Cool? If you don't want to use your box for any of it, regardless of whether we're going up and over the bar, I would separate your reps. So if you want to do 3 flat to flies, come down, and then go into your hips to bar. For 3, that's totally fine, okay? How can I make this translate to my bar muscle up? Okay, Ty, can you do an old school one like you used to do? So Ty tucks up like a little ball, but he's strong as shit, so it doesn't matter. Right? But we want it to be a little bit more open, okay? So he's got everything taken care of up to the point of the turnover. So how do we translate that through? And as we're working towards these scales, how do we make it consistent so when we do get the strength, all we gotta do is sit up at the end? It's making sure that each step builds on the next step and making sure that we don't skip a step. So if I'm going to my hips to bar, I don't want to skip my lat to fly, right? So I've got this lat to fly. I want to make sure I go through that motion exactly like I did, and then I get my hips to bar. Notice that I'm not letting my toes drop. As I drive my hips up, I'm driving my hips to my toes and not the hips up with my legs down. And then once I have those, then I just add the sit-up. So I have my lat to fly, I have my hips to bar, and then I have my bar muscle up. And it's pretty simple, okay? So let each step build on it and try not to go backwards